Greetings, Book fans! Zack Attack here, and today I will be reacting to one of my good friends, Decay's videos, Can You Beat Pokemon Black with Only Oshawott? Now, in this run, going to Pokemon Black 2, one of the 2 games, or 3 actually, where you can choose Oshawott as a starter, Oshawott has a base stat total of only like 308, with his best stat being special attack at base 63. And it's a base starter, so it's not very good. So, and especially not in the later game, where it's basically going to get O-code by pretty much just about everything. So, how did Decay, someone that has very little Pokemon knowledge, beat a game with just one lonely Oshawott? Well, we'll find out. But first, I would like to say that I'm trying to get out into the PokeTubing community, and I got Bubby the Goat on the shirt. We're ready to roll. If you know who Bubby is, which if you watch my content, you obviously do, then let's go ahead, without further ado, show why I will be the next greatest PokeTuber. Let us begin.
The 5th generation of Pokemon is regarded as one of the best in the series.
So
I
true.
wanted to experience this greatness, but just a simple playthrough wasn't enough. I wanted to challenge myself, so I decided to play through all of Pokemon Black with just one little Oshawott. I know this isn't the first time you've seen a
And also, I don't think I mentioned this, but he is doing this mostly blind, and I like how he mentions a few other PokeTubers too. My favorites on this list being MNJTV and AlphaRad. I'm a big fan of MNJTV, as many of you probably know. Go Team Sky! But yeah, I really like the reference page here.
Super attempt a solo run, and trust me, it's not going to be the last, but all I can say is no one's gone in as Poke-ignorant as I am. So come along with me and this adorable little sea otter on our journey, and hey, I stream stuff like this on Twitch, so if you want to see me perform a stupid run or play stupid games, you
Hey,
should definitely drop
Shantae!
by. Maybe I'm streaming right now, but
that's
if not,
he's
just drop a
streaming.
sub to the channel. And I know every YouTuber shows like this, but I'm not. I start off by picking the correct character choice before having my own mother hand me off into the cruel world of Pokemon. Because nothing screams a loving parent like giving your 50-year-old child off into the world of wild and dangerous animal encounters that can kill you in an instant.
That's
fair. The game introduces my rival, who I named appropriately, before meeting Bianca, who gives me my choice of starter, who I also named appropriately.
So here's the thing with the names. Kumi is the Oshawott is the name of one of his best friends and one of his mods. Kumi and I have bonded over this stream and the Shantae one that he's currently doing. And every time Kay does something stupid, we double team him. And it's awesome. And it's funny. And honestly, it makes him even do stupider stuff in the process. And then the whole Annie thing. Annie's also one of his best friends. She is also here on YouTube, and also a VTuber on Twitch. Great content all around. But like, it's even better when Annie, Decay, and like the whole gang get together, because some of the craziest stuff happens. And if you know me, I'm kind of insane. And therefore, I thrive amongst the insanity. So, I have a great time.
My rival wants to battle, and honest to God, I would have been so pissed if I lost the first battle to a goddamn rival fight, so...
That Snivy? We're naming that Snivy Dumpy. Use code Dumpy to get 10% off your GamerSubs purchases. So instead of a AI Spasa Dumpling, we got a Grass Serpent.
I'm glad I somehow won by spamming Tackle. After grinding for a while to overlevel my tiny little Oshawott, I finally decided to progress with a story that at this point consists of fighting the Lost Herdier, learning about different Pokemon types, and fighting copious amounts of random battles.
Actually.
Eventually, I make my way to the first gym where I would say this is a breeze, but I got a little too cocky and had to get the run back on leader. It's also here that I made a certain realization about my stream that still plagues my mind to this day. Oh my god.
Wait for it.
Oh my god. This entire time, I thought I was like talking in chat. And I was like, man, it would be so crazy. I don't know why, I just randomly had this thought. I was like, I have a feeling that my mic was muted. But oh my god. No, it wasn't. It was not. And before you say, Kay, how did you not realize your mic was muted? Blame my Twitch chat. They didn't say anything about it. Anyways,
Whoa! Don't blame the chat. Don't blame the chat for your own mistake, man. Also, funny thing, I went back because I didn't join the chat until like a little bit, like the third stream in. So I went back and watched the stuff that I missed, and they all collectively agreed. Like the chat, like we'll just say that him leaving his mic off was intentional, and. It was funny. It was funny. You might be wondering, wait, you were in the chat at some point? That's called foreshadowing.
Let's take aside. I beat Hacker Jerome. We bullied random kids before heading off to Burbank City to claim the second gym badge. I'm cool. A second time. A talent agent then approaches me and turns me into a child actor that I quickly had to drop out of before the drugs and fame got to me. Despite almost becoming a bad influence for children, I jump ship and make my way to Castelia City where I fight Team Plasma, but again. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, I fought Team Plasma in Burbank. Probably should have mentioned that. Upon finding the long-lost bug leader, it dawns upon me that I have to battle this crazy bastard. I've played this game enough times to know that I either have to overlevel the hell out of my Oshawott or get extremely lucky with whatever move Burke throws at me, which chances are it's going to be Razor Leaf. So I decided to take a good little while to EXP farm and stockpile a lot of potions, because if you've ever fought this leader with exclusively water types,
I haven't, but
you know it's not good for your mental health. Going into this gym, I didn't know just how much of an emotional roller coaster these trainer battles would take me on. Specifically because I would always get extremely close to losing just to barely clutch it out last second. Approaching Bug Leader Berg though, I was quickly reminded just how hard this challenge was going to get. First off, he leaves with Swatloon that does nothing but spam Razor Leaf, which, if you can't tell, kinda hurts. Okay, maybe that was just an unlucky turn. Let's run that back. No one's business.
It's gonna crit, isn't it?
Excuse me?
Yep. High crit chance, too.
Okay, maybe this is going to be harder than I thought. After countless attempts with this otaku-looking I was making little to no progress with this battle. Even worse, my confidence for this run was rapidly depleting because I was convinced the run was dead. I mean, I'm essentially fighting an unwinnable battle. I got counterpicked hard at the second gym. The only thing I can realistically do is spam healing items and hope he throws out of different moves or just runs out of PP. But that played with the shit when I realized crits are a thing. So now I have to move on to plan B, which is just abusing save states while trying out different stat buffs, HMs, TMs, or anything I could possibly think of. And after a while of dying, reloading, and dying again like I'm Subaru from ReZero, I finally find a glimmer of hope when I knock out a Swadloon. Yep. Gonna get crit.
That wasn't a crit. Leavini's just strong.
So now back to my game plan of dying, reloading, and dying, except this time I'm getting one shot by his overgrown wasp. I continued this regimen for about 15 minutes before finally deciding to check the stats of this furry Mike.
Jeez!
Not only does he...
Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at this real quick, because I feel like this might be like the one and only time he's going to show base stats. So, as you can see, Leavani's best stats are attack and speed. So obviously Razor Leaf is going to do a lot, probably Oko most times. And when I say Oko, it's short for one hit knockout. Another thing is that Leavani gets stab Razor Leaf. And when I say stab, that's basically short for same type attack bonus. So Razor Leaf is a 55 base power move and super effective. So like that's like 110 already right there. And times a half, so another 55, and you're looking at like a base 165 base power move with a 103 attack stat that's 95% accurate and it has the chance to crit like 12% of the time. Yeah, it's bad. Going up against...
I have an attack of 103, but his Razor Leaf has a 95% accuracy with a high crit chance. Compared to
that. So, the only way he's going to be able to beat this thing is if he had Fury Cutter on his Oshawott. But if you paid attention to his moveset, because Oshawott limits Fury Cutter level 20, it was already beyond that, but it didn't have Fury Cutter. He was a buffoon and accidentally skipped it. So, he has to go in there with no super effective coverage, and he's doing this on basically a time limit. He doesn't have all day to sit and grind Oshawott and hope and pray for the best. So what happens? Well, this is where I save the day.
I'm fucked. At this point, I realized I'm just completely outmatched. So I had to make one of the most unfortunate decisions of the run.
So this Grimer, the story behind this Grimer, which we saw at the very beginning of the game, of the video, is he was trying to get a second Pokemon to beat this stupid Leavanny. And he's tried Zubat at first, but without a good solid flying move, that thing dies to 2 cuts. Then he tried Rattata for some stupid reason. I don't know why he did that. But then there's Grimer. Grimer actually has solid physical defense, and while it doesn't quad resist the bug and grass moves, it has super effective coverage in Sludge. So, and I had him get this because he was trying to get this. He was trying to get a Pokemon to beat this Leavanny, and this was his best option by a mile.
Okay, Sludge, please. No! You're fucking kidding me! No, I'm not risking it at all. I've come this far and Okay, you know what? Fuck it.
Oh! Oh, the crit Sludge got the win!
Oh my god! Oh!
Whew.
I'm just gonna say, as soon as I saw my life flash before my
Anyone else's heart hurt?
No reason I should have made it out of that. Oh! It doesn't really feel too good that I had to resort to using another Pokemon to beat the gym because that just demeans the entire point of a solo run. But what this made me realize is that Pokemon Black is not meant for solo runs. I mean, yeah, you can do it if you have the knowledge and strats down, but me simply being a Pokemon noob with a stream to entertain is heavily preventing.
And so this is like the one time he zooms in on the chat. If you've been paying attention, these chats pop up every now and then. So you should probably, if you miss any of these chat sequences, you probably should go back and watch them. But this is the one I talk about Fury Cutter specifically. And this is where he told me that, I accidentally skipped over it in the last stream. Like a freaking idiot. And so, yeah, I basically saved this man's entire run.
From doing that, even with someone in chat literally coaching me the entire way through.
I did. This sequence right here was talking about one of the 3 Swords of Justice. We'll get to that in a moment. But yeah, like he said, I coached him the entire way through. I saved this man's run. If it weren't for me and all the emotional support he got, this video would not have existed. So, which by the way, speaking of this video, it's going to be down linked in the description if any of you want to watch it after we're done here. You can go back and watch it without my commentary if you want. It'll also be in my community tab as well.
Also, shout out to Zack Attack. He really helped me with this entire run. Just had to throw that part in.
And I'm glad you did. However, the name is Zack Attack. Not many people know in my content know about this, but everyone here knows that I'm a McDonald's employee, and I got so good so early that I not only got the name Zack Attack, but I also made this custom-made Steelers jersey, just like as an unofficial work uniform that I wear in all of my Steelcast videos. And then the 4 is my employee number. So that's why it's Zack Attack 4 and not any other random number. And also, the power of 4 is a real thing. Just trust me on this one.
No. After beating Berg, I say my heartfelt goodbye to Grimer as
07's in the chat for Grimer, by the way.
5 minutes. He's the reason we're still going on. But as I said, Oshawott only.
Mainly.
I find the courage to head out to the Mombasa City where I help my cool new and awesome best friend in a double battle. That's right, fuck you, Annie.
Hey! Okay, the name of that trainer is canonically, I believe, Nate. But no, you don't do any dirty like that, all right? And also, as we can see here, it's about to show the Electric Gym battle. Crunch Sandile was a saving grace. Actually, that Sandile, you see that little HP bar there? If he would have filled that up all the way to 29, that Sandile would have been a Krokorok, and that thing, it would have been a lot more smoother for him in the battle. But he's a buffoon, and didn't do that. This is why you look stuff up beforehand, buddy. Same thing with type matchups, as we'll see later in the run.
through the electric gym that only gave me a little bit of trouble.
Oh, also,
And by
Volt
little
Switch
bit,
called
I
him
mean
much.
the exact
Volt Switch is a
same thing
big
as a bug
competitive
with
move.
even more gimmicky
And
tactics.
yeah,
A plot point, a required rotation battle.
Caught him a whole bunch of
another encounter
problems.
with Team Plasma later, we make our way to Driftveil City where we meet the good half of Team Plasma.
It's really
And
weird.
after Pokemon battles, a personality quiz, he gives me a Zorua that went straight to the PC.
Yep.
Recording this script, I just realized I've never said any of these Pokemon names out loud, and I feel like I'm butchering a bunch of them.
You are, but it's fine. It's fine. All the ones you've said wrong thus far, I've corrected you on them. But no, like seriously, yeah. Also, he didn't mention the part about my comedic bit, but in that Team Plasma house, Annie will, or the rival, whatever you have him named, will go, Purloin, where's Purloin? And if you make it sound like Batman, it sounds like, where's Purloin? So I was like, hey, Kay, when Annie said, where's Purloin, didn't she sound like Batman? Yeah, I don't know why. He forgot to add it in, but I'll forgive him this one time.
Spending an embarrassing 10 minutes looking for the ground gym that turned out to be right behind the Pokemon Center, I struggle on the...
Yeah, I don't know why. I have that YouTube short that he made about that ground gym stuff in my community tab. The problem with it is that his chats are like delayed. So every time I would give him a direction, he would already be going in that direction and a little bit extra in the wrong direction. And then it would make him go around in a big giant circle. But the thing I told him to do, he never did. And that was check behind the Pokemon Center on that little road there. And, you know, the one place you don't go to is ironically where it is.
Puzzle made for dumb babies, meet the leader Clay, and get tormented by his Crush Claw spamming Sand Slash, followed by a Rock Slide spamming Excadrill.
Excadrill, buddy.
Oshawott Lure Defense. Honestly, I'm surprised I made it out of here alive.
The funny thing there is like, oh, I have type advantage. It'll be smooth sailing. Takes him 3 attempts to do it. I mean, come on, man. This is what happens when you get cocky. This is what happens when you get cocky in a Pokemon run. Bad things happen.
That was scary. 5 badges down, and at this point, I find it as good a time as any to head back to Castelia City to grab the Eviolite real quick before heading off to the Pokemon World Tournament, where I found myself soloing everyone with the strongest Oshawott there ever was. While getting my ego inflated by Sharon, we're rudely interrupted by a Team Plasma member that Annie just has to follow.
Come on
After
now.
getting jumped for breaking and entering, I get hit with an instant transmission and collect a Surf TM before making my way through Chargestone Cave and onto my next destination of Skyless Flying Gym. Even though this puzzle was easy, I can't say the same for the leader battle, as I was faced with Skylar's love spamming Swobat, making my Oshawott a hopeless romantic immobilized by love. I went with return spam though, and even learned Hydro Pump mid-battles, so I guess being led by love isn't always a bad thing.
The Jet Badge!
6 down,
Go Team Sky!
And the Elite Four, but let's focus on the easy stuff for now. Before the next rival battle, I was advised by a wise chatter to backtrack and collect a few previous TMs that I might need, and
I tweeted him like a whole list of TMs that he should probably go get, and I'm glad he did, and their locations too. I had to do my man right. I think I even sent him like an EV training list. He didn't do that, but to be fair, I don't expect him to, grind EVs because like who has time for that? And also he was on a time limit, so like to be fair, I forgive him for not trying to buff his Oshawott stats. But it didn't end up mattering in the end, so... But yeah, this TM was like, saved his butt. Saved him greatly. There were a few on there that were Battle Subway TMs. He didn't go get those because he didn't want to spend all day in the Battle Subway, which, fair. But, yeah.
Thank God I did, because I forgot just
how look, it's Dumpy.
Oshawott was. But you know how it goes. Oshawott can never get outplayed twice. 3 times. I meant 20 times he gets away with it. Trainer battles, a couple legendary encounters, and a few plot sessions later, I find my way to Opelousas City. Am I saying that right?
Probably not.
I feel like I'm not saying that right. This is where I'm supposed to fight the Dragon Leader, but I decided to take some time to grind a few levels, considering the only move Oshawott can learn to beat the gym isn't available to me yet.
Yeah, that was really weird. I don't know why. It was Ice Beam. You can't get Ice Beam until, like, after Gym 8 and the Giant Chasm, which is so dumb. And also, he did most of this stuff off cam, did this Gym 7 stuff. Because, like, he wanted to get through this as quickly as possible without having to commentate on literally everything. But so I don't actually know how he beat this dragon gym.
So after about 30
So let's
minutes
go
of
ahead and see
grinding
how
the
he did
same
that.
breeder for money and EXP,
He said something about
I
spamming
finally made
aerial
my way
ace.
to the Dragon Gym to face Drayden, who apparently wrestles his Pokemon to train them. I don't know, that was the information I was provided. Even though I was hard counterpicked this entire gym, I was surprisingly able to tear through all the trainers by using exclusively Aerial Ace, because that's the only move that realistically does any damage. Actually, would you believe me if I said that's the only move that works this entire gym? Even with the gym leader, I just spammed Aerial Ace and popped max heals until I took down all 3 of his giant fucking dragons.
Huh. He did have I know he had a Druddigan and a Haxorus, but I feel like he also had a Flygon too. I feel like a better strategy would have been surf down the Flygon in like a hit or two because he was like super over leveled. So like surf probably could have two shot. So you surf and then down the Flygon, and Druddigan has rough skin, so in order to avoid so much rocky helmet chip, and rough skin chip really, you would have to like swords dance up and then aerial ace down it and the Haxorus. So I feel like he could have been about that a little bit better, but then again, he doesn't really know those type matchups all that well, so I'm not surprised. But hey, it ended up working out in the end.
How was this the easiest gym? Plot point, Team Plasma's back and somehow they froze the region? If you're a bit confused on how we went from finding a stolen Purloin to the next best Ice Age, take a seat. It only gets crazier. So now I had to travel all the way to Team Plasma's hideout, but first I needed to beat the water gym.
Okay. I don't know why he lost the footage for this. I guess because he was doing all those Shantae streams. But basically what happened is he was going up against a Caracosta with freaking Shell Smash. They were trying to SD up, and that thing set up in his face and one-shot him. So, but he SD'd against it, took it out with Surf, even though Surf doesn't get boosted by Swords Dance. It was the only actual good move that he had against it. Took it out, and then ended up proceeding to aerial ace everything else into the Oblivion. But I mean, hey, it ended up all working out.
Now I have to stop Team Plasma, but first take a quick detour to grab
There's Ice Beam.
On my way back to the Team Plasma headquarters, I run into In, who's confronting a couple grunts, which my wife will quickly intercept because apparently it's fun to keep your friend's life in danger. I then struggle on this dumb stupid baby puzzle for about 15 minutes before just guessing the code.
If you can see down there on your bottom left on your screen here, you can see the code. 7077. And this was the first passcode he entered, and guess what?
Correctly. On my first try. In Colrin, I'm once again faced up against this incredibly scary team of steel.
I don't know how.
Luckily, I was able to pull through. After the most see with what I assume is Stronica's Purloin,
yeah, that was
to find
tough
guesses
battle.
before he could fuse the 2 most powerful Pokemon in the world. Unfortunately, he was able to do
Black
exactly that. And even though I could have done something about it, my stupid kid character just sat in place and watched him summon a fucking Unova God! Now, I have to battle this motherfucker!
Come forth! Oh, remember how I said earlier that I had him, prep for this? Well, here's what happens.
Alright. Wow, this is terrifying. What is Terravolt, Blasting Aura? Sacred Sword? No fucking way! That's half its health! Jesus Christ! There's no way! Oh my god!
So, here's what happened there. QRM still retained its Dragon Ice typing even under Fusion for some weird and dumb reason. So because of that, Sacred Sword, a fighting move from a physical attacker that's a freaking legendary, just two-shot that sucker. I don't care if it was 10 levels under-leveled, it's still two-shot. Why? Because I know myself and I am the GOAT. I'm telling you, man, I carried this guy.
What? So let me get this straight. All this buildup, all this stress and pressure, the fate of the world, all relied on getting two-shot by, well, I mean, it is called Sacred Sword. I feel like that just makes sense. And after essentially beating all of the main Pokemon Black 2 story and saving the world, there was only one thing left to do.
The Elite Four.
I was getting emotional here. I know this wasn't the expected Oshawott solo run it was supposed to be, even though most of it was done with him, but to see myself get this far was really heartwarming. This run wasn't only about solo running with one Pokemon or having the gloating privilege. This run was really just an excuse for me to experience this game in its entirety. I know I'm getting off track, but this run was a lot more special to me than you think. So I'd like to thank you for experiencing this amazing journey with me. But with all that aside, it's time I make my way through Victory Road and onto the Pokemon League. Traveling through Victory Road, my only real road bump was the rival battle towards the end. Since he has all the moves to completely dick on a noob who's overly emotional at this point, he does it a good 5 times before his advice to stop being an absolute dumbass and just win. Alright?
So yeah, here's what happened there. That Bouffalant had a wild charge. So it was doing a lot with that. It was taking recoil damage, so it wasn't that hard to deal with. But Dumpy, the superior, on the other hand, was a freaking menace. So what he had to do was he had to switch in his HM strength Crocodile, but I like saying Crocodile because it's better, and then intimidate it, let it go down while he max potioned, bring Kumi back in, and ice beam that thing into the literal oblivion. Which I didn't tell him to do. Actually, he came up with that strategy on his own. Like, the one thing I don't tell him to do that actually works, he just figures it out. I don't know if it was me rubbing off on him, or if he actually just decided to use his brain for once. But it ended up working out, and probably the smartest move he's made by himself the entire run. So, I mean, I guess clap and a half? And then, of course, pat on the back for me, because I'm obviously a good coach.
At the Pokemon League, I knew this is the final stretch for me. This was it. I am this close to proving myself worthy of being called the best trainer in all of Unova. I wanted to do the entirety of the Elite Four from strongest to weakest because I feel like that would make...
So he wanted to do it like this, so I gave him a suggested order and moveset. So for the first two, Ghost and Fighting, it was Swords Dance, Waterfall, Ice Beam, Aerial Ace. Aerial Ace for Fighting, and then switch Aerials out for X Scissor for the last two, because Bugs beats Dark and Psychic, and then he doesn't have anything super effective for Ghost. The only Pokemon he didn't have super effective coverage for was the Cofagrigus, and Aerial Ace was super effective against the fighting types. So, did he spam X Scissor or Aerial Ace at all when he was supposed to? No. He should have. But like I said, he doesn't know his type matchup, so I had to deal with this, but it ended up working out in the end.
Most sense, which was kind of a good call for me considering after I got knocked down, I realized I was a bit underprepared. So I head back to the Pokemon Center, heal my Oshawott, and overstock on full restores because I was going to need them. I think it's worth mentioning, I was stressed this entire time. I was popping max heals like no one's business and save stating every moment I felt was necessary. If this is going to be the finale of this run, I was not going to let the countless other hours go to waste. So after beating the last of the Elite Four, I do a quick moveset check before making my way to fight the Pokemon League champion, Dragon Trainer Iris. Let's go.
It's time.
Welcome, Challenger.
It's finally time.
Dude, I am lightheaded right now. You know what? I really look forward to having serious battles with strong trainers. I mean, come on, the trainers who make it here are trainers who desire victory with every fiber of their being. They're battling alongside Pokemon that have been through countless difficult battles. If I battle with people like that, not only will I get stronger, my Pokemon will too. And we'll get to know each other even better. Okay, brace yourself, it's time. It's time to fight the league.
Come forth!
Oh,
Let's dance, Iris!
She has a girl boss theme. Oh my. Okay, Hydreigon?
Hydreigon.
Okay, yeah, that's easy ice. That's easy ice beam.
Come on, Kumi. Ice beam!
Ice beam? That isn't... Okay, that's not a one shot, but... Water types are weak to Scissor, right?
The Lapras.
Oh, maybe I should just stick with Ice beam.
Wait. Did he just say water types are weak to Exeter, which is a bug move? I'm telling you, man, this guy has no idea what his type matchups are. And Ice Beam is a quad resist on a water ice type. You know what? Never mind. Just Swords Dance, you idiot!
Oh no. Okay, so yeah, no scissors. That's the better one.
Swords Dance.
Ooh, I should have. You know what? You know what? I'll just stick with scissor. Oh, I should have Swords Dance. Okay,
See?
wait. No,
freaking SD, SD, man, SD.
This Oshawott. Oshawott, we've been through so much together. There's no way we gonna lose it here. So effective. Scissor, please. That is a one shot, right? But it does a considerable amount of damage.
Ooh.
Thunderbolt.
That's a T-Bolt. Yeah.
Fuck, that does kill me.
Alright. Ooh, the para.
Fuck, do I want to try to attack?
Forget it. X-Scissor after the T-Bolt.
Fuck.
Let's go!
Wait, that kills! That kills! Okay.
Alright.
Come on.
Draw it again.
Come on, we got this.
Kumi, Ice Beam! Come on. Oh, Dragon Tail. But he missed!
Avoid an attack.
The Buffoon! Ice Beam!
Oh, okay, this is halfway through this battle. It's almost done for. Aggron. That's steel. That's scary.
That's an easy waterfall. That's an
here.
easy waterfall.
Fuck, what hits steel? Scissor? Oh, waterfall. Yeah, you're right, waterfall. You're right.
I am right, I know.
Right. You are so fucking right, waterfall.
Come on, Kumi.
You are so fucking genius.
Let's go! Nice Ice Beam on the Haxorus.
That's super effective. That's a crit.
That's not a crit.
No, that wasn't a crit. But
the crit
that was super effective.
Killed.
And he wastes his turn. He wastes his turn with the
Dragon
stat
Dance.
buff.
That's a D-Dance. That's terrifying.
Dude, I am Ice Beaming away. Alright. Ice Beam, please. Earthquake.
That's a +1 Earthquake.
That shouldn't kill me.
Woo!
It's so close. It's so close.
Okay, Haxorus is down.
It's so
One
close.
final Pokemon.
Come on. One more.
Archeops.
I need to heal. I think this is... Wait, I think this is a waterfall.
Come on.
I think this is a waterfall win. This is a waterfall win.
Ooh, acrobatics.
Oh my god.
That's a crit. Yeah.
What? That killed me with Rock Slide. Oh. Alright, I saved there. Let's hope.
There's acrobatics. Don't crit the crit. Okay. It's probably gonna rock slide here.
No rock slide.
Come on.
Okay, rock
slide.
Now waterfall.
Waterfall. Come on. Do the thing.
No.
Yes! Yes! Kumi! Let's go! Oh my goodness! Bang! Bang!
And that's it. I beat the Pokemon champion. But I'm not going to sit here and pretend to take all the credit here. If it weren't for the amazing Pokemon expert in my chat, plus the other...
I know, I am Pokemon expert. Wait a minute. Oh, look at that! The joke is in the you see the little purloin, he sounded like that, and then like a little bit there in the chat. Yeah, so it actually was there. Just a little bit of an Easter. It's not the whole joke, but it's there. But yes, I am a Pokemon expert. Thank you.
Just giving their emotional support like my best friend Kumi. I don't think I would have had neither the knowledge nor the willpower to keep going on with this run. Despite the road bumps I had on the way, I'm so glad that me and this tiny little fella can call ourselves the Unova Champions.
The Unova Champions. Indeed. But this is just the beginning of a journey of another champion. Champion Decay. Respect to you, my good sir. Now, before we close, I think a good, next Pokemon journey for him would probably be like Pokemon X without catching any Pokemon. Aside from the Xerneas, because you actually have to catch that in order to progress in the game. So I'll allow it. But maybe like a casual Scarlet run to learn like the modern day Pokemon mechanics. Pokemon X without catching is to basically learn the cores of Fire, Water, and Grass, and Dragon, Steel, and Fairy, just to see how well balanced a team can be with those types on a certain team of 6. And because you probably should get a little bit more Pokemon experience before attempting another solo run like this. Because if this was a kill counter video, he probably would have had at least a good solid 100, maybe 200 fans. And that's not an exaggeration. Like that is like legit like how many things he probably had in this. So I think that would be a good one of those two would be good. This actually inspired me to do a Pokemon Oshawott solo run as, like myself. I don't have a DS anymore, so I'm probably going to attempt it in Pokemon Legends Arceus, unless on Pokemon Day when they announce the new Pokemon games. If it's a Gen 5 remake, I'll just do it in that game. But if not, probably Legends Arceus. Probably keep y'all posted about when that'll be if I do it. But oh man, this was such a fun run. And if any of y'all ever need help with Pokemon runs, just let me know. Just let me know. I'll head on over to your chat immediately, assuming I can. But anyways, that's all from me. Till next time, Pokefans. Gotta catch them all!